Guys, welcome back to Medical Coding with Blue. Today's episode is all about getting into the right headspace when you are studying medical coding, what to study and how to get into the right frame of mind. So let us begin. If you are brand new to my channel, welcome. I am Blue. I'm a medical coder. Now, today's topic is going to be a combination of things, getting into the right headspace and also knowing what you should be studying in medical coding so that you can make sure that you are on the right track. But first, I will say this. Excessive talking about irrelevant things when you are studying medical coding is a problem for a lot of new students. Now, what do you mean? What does this mean, Blue? What I mean is, a lot of times I will hear from viewers all the time with, Blue, I'm bad at taking exams. Blue, I'm not a very good studier. Blue, I don't like to read. Blue, I don't enjoy studying. Okay, here's the thing. When you're saying these things, this is putting that out into the world that you don't like to do this or that you're bad at taking tests. And some people work themselves up about taking tests so badly that what happens when they go in and take their exams? Ultimately, they do badly because in their head, they're already, I don't do well with tests. Who does well with tests, right? We all do not enjoy tests, obviously, but this is a necessary evil in this industry in order to be able to show your competency to get in. So first of all, we need to reverse that thinking. It is a challenge. It is new. You are not expected to know everything the second you walk in that door on your first job or even when you are going to go take your exam. Now, we can take a focused approach on what to study by looking at the specific domains of the tests that you're going to be studying for. All these tests, whether you're taking a test with the AHIMA, the American Health Information Management Association, or AAPC, the American Academy of Professional Coders, both of them have a specific set of domains for their exams. You know, with the CCS and the CCA, they're both covering inpatient and outpatient medical coding. With the CCSP, it is covering the outpatient setting. With the CPC, it is covering just the outpatient setting as well. And all of the tests are set up and structured very differently. So that is something that you have to keep in mind. But take a look at the domains for the exam. What are they testing you on so that you know? A lot of times people will ask me, well, Blue, I'm going to sit for the CPC. What do I study? Well, they love their CPT book, okay? So the majority of that exam is the CPT book. I mean, if you look at the domains, they've changed the structure of the CPC exam now. I haven't heard from anybody who's taken the test recently. I'm hoping to hear from somebody who's taken the test with the 100 questions. I do think that it would be a better marker of people's competency in this field because going from 150 questions in 5 hours and 40 minutes for their exam, if you're going in person last year, it's at the end of the test, you're trying to hurry up because you want to just bubble in whatever you can. So that's really not a good marker of a person's competency because if you're guessing and it's just more of a matter of physical endurance to get through this long test, that doesn't really tell much about the medical coder. I think with 100 questions, that is a lot more reasonable at 4 hours. It's long, yes, but it's not so enduring, right? So if you've taken the test recently, I hope you'll comment below and let me know how it went. But again, you're looking at actually a lot of those questions are from the CPT manual, and you'll see that on the list of domains for that on the AAPC website. Now, if you're seeing that, the first thing that you should do, whether you're going with AHIMA or AAPC, at any medical coding certification exam, is to acquaint yourself with the books. I get people all the time who stand around asking me, Blue, what do I do? I'm telling you guys, get familiar with your books. Open up your books and look at each page individually. This will make the book less intimidating and it will also get you familiar with where everything is in the book. And so when you do that, it's going to be a lot easier to get through the books. So that is something that you really do need to be paying attention to. Also, the compliance and regulatory. There are tons of free resources out there for compliance and regulatory, knowing about HIPAA, knowing about CMS, knowing about OIG and all of these things. They are a simple Google search away. Now, if you are teaching yourself or you're in a program where, you know, the instructor is not really helping you, you can do a lot of this on your own. And I know that's something that maybe you really weren't interested in the beginning, because maybe you were promised that you would get a lot of help and assistance from the school and you're just not getting it. The thing about it is you can't dwell on it now. And this goes back to getting into that right headspace. If you know that the school is not giving you what you need in terms of assistance, I have always recommended getting as much as you can from the school as far as learning materials goes, because you've already paid for it, and then setting out and finding a mentor or a tutor who will help you. And yes, you may have to put out a few dollars to help you as far as if you're finding a tutor and whatnot, but it's worth it if you can get that one-on-one individual attention, and if it will help you, it can go a long way. This is the medical field. We deal with health information. So it is a lot on us that we are a lot of times just high school graduates, or we just have a GED. A lot of us do not have college degrees. We have to know what a doctor knows while never having gone to medical school. So this is what I'm telling you guys. If you're hearing negativity, or even if you're speaking that negativity, you need to turn it around. That's the only way that you're going to be successful, because doubting yourself even before you start, doubting yourself even before you even walk in that door to that test is a lot more detrimental than if you tell yourself, yes, I can. Everybody has the ability to do this. This is not just selected for just a few people or people who really enjoy studying. Is it easier for people who enjoy studying? Yes, because they accept that challenge and they know it's something that they have to do. But if you are not that way, this is going to be a long haul for you if you don't get out of that thinking, because you're going to have to learn for the test. You're also going to have to learn when you get in the real world and you're into these different clinics. Because while you may settle into a particular clinic in the beginning, that may not be where you stay. And there's tons of opportunities. Once you've had a lot of experience, there's tons of opportunities for you out there. But the closed-minded folks who don't want to learn anything else really do limit themselves. So if you stop that excessive talking about negative things, I can't do it, I don't know, I can't figure this out. If you don't start looking at it in a different way and start getting that positive, open thought process going, you're always going to be stuck in a, I can't go past this, I can't go further than this. And I see, and I get those emails from lots of folks that tell me, Bleu, I just want a better life. I want to be able to provide for my kids. I want to be able to do things. I want to have nice things. The only way you're going to be able to get there is by changing your mind, changing your mindset, and buckling down when you know you need to buckle down, and stop listening to negative people and stop listening to your own negative thoughts. The second you start to feel like, oh, I'm not good at tests, you need to turn it around. I'm going to face this test head on. I have been trained, I have the knowledge, and I do have the skills. That's what you need to tell yourself the second you start thinking that. Do not let that negative self-talk win out for your goals. Think about why you're doing this and let that drive you. Let that be your motivator. I had people in my, when I went to medical coding school, I went to a trade school, and I didn't get any teaching either. I had to learn this on my own. I was literally sat in front of a computer and said, here you go, learn. And, you know, I've talked many times about my experience with the trade school, and, you know, it was okay. It was self-paced, and I'm a studier, so I was able to get through the material, but it still would have been nice to have an instructor. But there was a lot of people that said, well, you know, medical coding is going away, and, you know, it's this and that, and artificial, and okay, whatever. Those are the things that I tuned out, and I did not listen. And it's a good thing I didn't listen, right? because 13 years later, I'm here and I don't work anymore, right? Because if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. And that's how I have felt since 2014 when I had my aha moment. And that's a frame of mind that I have been in ever since then. I have trained providers, I have trained nurses, I have trained other medical coders, and people know things and they are able to understand things because I've helped them. And that's the joy that I get as well, is in teaching. So that's something that you really do need to think about. If you are wanting to get into medical coding and you say, well, Bleu, I really love it, you know, and I'm excited about this. Think about that the second you start to tell yourself, I'm not good with tests, because then you're negating everything when you do that. You got to believe in yourselves, folks. You really do. And when you do, you'll see things start to turn around. You'll start to see, oh, well, I'm doing better on tests because I believe in myself. You're not walking in off the street with no knowledge. You're coming in there with your knowledge. Think about that every single time that you go in for those tests. And will you fall sometimes? Yes. That's part of the learning process. Do you think I knew everything walking out of the door? No, I didn't. I still don't know everything. I know a lot, but I don't know everything. And that was never more evident when I started learning about CDI, or clinical documentation integrity. Oh yeah, that's next level. That is next level stuff, but I am not running from that challenge. So that's the thing, guys. You know, if you hear anything that I'm telling you, stop the excessive negative talk. Get with the positive and make sure that you have it somewhere posted. You write your name and you write your credential. So that way you can see every single day you come in and out of your house or your apartment, and you see that's going to be my name when I get done with this. And if other people around you don't believe in you, that's okay. They don't need to. You need to believe in you. Because at the end of the day, it's your life, folks. I'm just saying. I'm going to wrap this one up. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe already, I hope that you do. Like, share, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.